All right, folks, we are live here at Guaranty Bake Field in Livonia, Louisiana, as the Wildcats get ready to host the number 8 team in their district or in their Division Two, opening up district play against Breaux Bridge. Breaux Bridge is on a little bit of a winning streak, have a nice little run going. Won last night, big time. 19-1. I have to go back and look at it, I believe, but it was marginal, that's for sure. Breaux Bridge coming in at 13-7 overall. Livonia sitting at number 21 right now in the playoff positioning at 7-7. So looking to kind of get over that 500 mark here tonight. Quickly, you want to run through the lineup? I'm Stu Puffer here with Clayton Woolf. Clayton?
Yep, we'll start with leading off is going to be Connor LaFleur. Batting second will be Avery Bergeron. Batting third will be Hunter Jones. Batting fourth will be Mason McBride. Batting fifth will be Gavin Foster. Batting sixth will be Chase Sylvain. Batting seventh will be Kenny Smith. Batting eighth will be Maddox Jones. Batting ninth will be Chandler Aguilar. And batting 10th will be Keegan Levette.
All right, well, it looks like the umpire meeting is wrapping up here. Coach is giving the thumbs up. They're ready to go. Hopefully we can get the 1980s rock off the thing because I'm already going to have copyright on me, and we haven't even barely started. So I'll spend 2 hours editing for copyright.
All right, good evening and welcome to Guaranty Bank Field, home of your
Looks like the players are about to be announced.
Tonight's
And
competition is between
as
Breaux
we
Bridge Tigers
get ready
and
for
your
opening pitch,
hometown Livonia Wildcats. Fans,
turn it over
please
to the
remember
PA briefly.
that this competition is an LHSAA sanctioned event and sportsmanship is a requirement. From student athletes to our fans, sportsmanship and respect are expected. Anyone not following these rules will be removed from this ball game. Thank you for your cooperation and support for the Wildcat baseball team. Now, we will welcome both teams, starting with the Breaux Bridge Tigers. Batting first will be number 9, Sam Ormonter, playing shortstop. Batting second, Ben Ellender, playing catcher. Batting third, number 5, Canyon Ardoin. He'll be the designated hitter. Fourth, number 17, Bryce Malonson. He'll be on the bump tonight. Number 12, Kyson Rebear, center field. Batting 6, number 2, Chase Broussard. He'll be playing second base. Number 13, Kai Lalonde. He'll be in left field tonight. Batting 8, number 1, Christian Camacho, playing right field. And 9th is number 3, Evan Terrio, and he'll be playing third base. Now, fans, for your starting Wildcats, number 23, Connor LaCour, playing shortstop. Next up, number 12, Avery Bergeron. He'll be our pitcher tonight. Next, we have Hunter Jones. He'll be playing second base. After him, we'll have number 24, Mason McBride, who will be at first base tonight. Following him is Gavin Foster, number 5. He'll be at third base tonight. Following Gavin, we have number 10, Chase Michael Sylvain. He'll be in center field. Following Chase will be number 11, Kenny Smith. He's catching for us tonight. Following Kenny is Maddox Jones. He'll be DHing tonight. Following Maddox is number 7, Chandler Aguilar, he'll be playing left field tonight. And last but not least, number 1, Keegan Leday, he'll be playing right field tonight. Now, ladies and gentlemen, at this time, I ask that you please rise and remove your caps for a moment of silence in respect for this great country as we present to you the national anthem. Thank you very much, and let's play ball.
All right, we are ready to get underway here at Guaranty Bank Field in Livonia. Breaux Bridge and Livonia starters have been introduced. National anthem has been played, and we're ready to get going. So thank you for everybody tuning in to Sports Talk 225 on YouTube for this live broadcast. Should be a fun matchup, man. I know last time we were here, we got to see Hunter Jones put on a show. Today we have who we got? Avery Bergeron.
Avery Bergeron's on the mound today.
Who is their stud.
Yeah, just looking at his stats, he's throwing between 82, 84 miles per hour. He's got 24 strikeouts and 16 innings pitched.
Yeah, and then you put him on the stick.
Yeah,
It's got a 379 batting average.
He's definitely a two-way player.
On the Breaux Bridge side, their guys. He's the catcher, Ben Ellender, 378 batting average. Catcher pitcher dual operation there. A little bit of background on Breaux Bridge. Got a buddy that he is very close friends with the coaching staff there at Breaux Bridge, his hometown. Breaux Bridge has historically had a good baseball team. They've played for the state championship 3 different occasions. So looking forward to see this matchup here. Again, as I said, Breaux Bridge coming in at 13-7. A big win last night. I need to go back and take a peek at that. I had it pulled up earlier. I want to say they won 19-1. $15-1. Still a big win. At that point, I don't think it matters.
Yeah, it's a hell of a showing.
So coming in hot. So again, good to be here. Good to see this Livonia team again. We were here for opening night, and now opening night of district play. Can't believe we're at that point of the season already. Flying by.
Yeah,
so.
I mean, like we've seen so far in several games that we've called together is you got to get out there and play the game because it doesn't matter what the wins and loss columns look like. You actually have to go and play the game.
Great. Sam Arminter. Arminter against Bergeron. First pitch. Popped right back to him. And, of course, he would step on his hat. All right, one pitch, one out. It doesn't get better than that. Oh, well, it does. If you can get the next 2 outs on 2 more pitches and
Yeah.
have the immaculate inning.
Immaculate inning, yes.
I just wanted to see his name. Yeah, this is Ben Ellender. That was just a bit outside. You didn't get to see that one because you were writing down that didn't touch the catcher or anybody. It just went straight to the
I
fence.
assumed every time I hear that, I assume that wasn't even close. Just a bit outside.
All right, here comes the
Pop up.
that one's going to get out of play. Oh, no,
Oh, he
it was
missed-
right there.
Yeah, he misjudged that one.
Right there in between. I think the sun had something to do with that.
Yeah.
I was right there in between the pitcher and the catcher, so. Well, we talked about this on Saturday when we were doing the BRCC contest. Usually when you give them an extra strike, good things don't happen, or an extra out.
See if they can make them pay here.
Especially with a hitter of the caliber of Ellender, 378 average. It's nothing to blink at. That ball bounced off the foot and back out across the diamond. 2 balls, 1 strike. Comes the pitch. Ball 3-1. Got Canyon Ardon on deck for Breaux Bridge. Comes the 3-1. Ball 4. All right, so that gives Breaux Bridge a runner with just 1 out. And a courtesy runner coming for catcher. Comes the pitch. Ball high. Throw not in time. Runner advances. So 1 ball, no strike. Runner advances on the steal. Little bit of stress on the pitcher early. See how Bergeron responds. Got to get back in the strike zone. No chase there. 2 balls, no strike. Chilly evening, 57 degrees at first pitch. Temperature will drop throughout the course of the game. This
Yes.
late season cold front.
Yeah.
There's a strike.
Just enough to get everybody sick.
Yeah. As we get ready to head to the East Coast where it's just going to be cold.
Just
I just got back from Colorado that was cold, hot, cold, and then hot again. Nothing doing there. Two balls, 2 strikes. 1 out, runner on second base. Courtesy runner is in for Ellender, the catcher. Foul tip. Correction, it's 2 balls, 1 strike. And that's hit the opposite way, and that'll score a run. And just like that, it is 1-0. That was nice backside approach from Ardon. I mean, he just hit it
Yeah, he
where
took
nobody was.
Yeah, he
There's a
took-
big hole.
what the pitcher gave him and just drove it to the open spot.
This brings up number 17, Bryce Melanson, who we will see on the mound on the other half of this inning. Comes the pitch. Down low for ball one. Avery's having a little bit of trouble consistently finding the strike zone early on. Runner goes, and he will take second base without a throw. 2 balls, no strikes to Melanson. Looking to do some damage here, help his own cause.
Give himself a little run support.
Yeah, I've I've been out of the bat purchasing arena for a little while. That's a pretty neat looking bat he's got. Grounder at third. Checks the runner, holds the runner. Oh, he's going to get the lead runner. Great play.
Way to check him and then fire it down. He was waiting for him to throw it to first so he could take off to third.
Yep, he did a great job checking the runner. The runner got a little greedy instead of going back, and he said, you know what? We'll just get the lead runner. Smart play. Well defended. That might fall in the category of poor base running. Because he gave him the bag back.
Yeah.
He's like, you go back to second, we're good. He's like, oh, I'm just going to stop. All right, not a problem.
Yep. Got caught with his hand in the cookie jar.
Yep. All right, so that'll be 2 away. If Bergeron can hold this to just 1 run, that'd be huge. So this is Kyson Rebear, center fielder, up to bat. Pick-off attempt. Oh, I'll regret for ages forgetting my iPad and having to operate from my phone on the scoreboard. This is my punishment for forgetting it. Ball high. 1 ball, no strikes. Ball out.
Hmm.
3-0.
Yeah.
Well, I should have made this 4 children because I'm not going to be able to read any of the, if there's comments, people commenting. Again, I'm just going to need to get another computer.
Well, I mean, they do pop up.
Oh, it's on. Let me know if your battery gets low. I got plenty of juice over here. Matter of fact, I'm at 100%. You can take some now if you'd like. You're at 50. This is what happens when you have too many days off.
Or no days off.
Well, there's no days off from commentary, but it was, because we were at Denham Springs Athletic Association speaking last night. And then, I don't know. I even went back home. And I had a chance to get the iPad again, and I still didn't do it. Couple pickoff attempts, nothing doing there. Rebear with a 3-ball, 1-strike count. And he'll take the walk. Be 2 on with 2 away. It's going to bring up Chase Broussard, second baseman. And coach is ready to go out and have a talk. pitch count's running up. That's for
It
sure.
is
early
definitely
on.
running up. That's the second walk of the inning. The first walk led to their first and only score of the game. So settle his pitcher down. Let's see if my statistic is right. If he throws a strike out of the coaches' meeting.
Yeah. Oh man, I forgot to go get a clicker.
Oh yeah, we need a clicker.
I got it. There's a clicker in my house.
Oh, he's got it on Game Changer.
Oh, nice. What's the pitch count?
19.
19. 19 feels like a low number.
Yeah, it seems like there's a few more pitches.
Well, there's been a few pickoff attempts. I think it's just you got that first out with one pitch, and then that makes the other 18 pitches seem like a lot. I mean, 10 pitch at bat. I mean, so on average, you're nine pitches. All right. Showing bunt is Broussard. I don't understand that with 2 outs, but he just took the strike.
Hey, out of the meeting.
Hey, a strike right out of the meeting. You're going to need to start a spreadsheet for that. Oh. He almost had him sleeping.
It's not a ball. Step up. Here's someone back in the crowd screaming, "Bob!" Number 2 must be really fast if he's gonna bunt this.
I don't
With
think he
2
has
outs.
any intent on bunting. I think he's just trying to show to make him throw a ball. This is where you got to fill up the strike zone. Oh, he did. He absolutely bunted, and he is fast. And he threw it over the head.
Score a run. Wow, that is something.
And they're going to
else.
score another run. And they picked up
Yeah.
2 runs.
2 runs, man. That's tough. Off of a bunt.
And that'll give Breaux Bridge a early 3-0 lead. That's where you speed kills.
Yep.
So the
we
walks
were
come back
talking
to
some-
haunt him.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. Both of those runs scored off the 2 walks. We were talking some of the folks here at Livonia earlier. They were saying that they like to bunt.
They don't like left-handed pitchers, and they like to bunt.
They like to bunt. Yeah, you're right.
Thank you, Mr. Jones, for the insight. And they're going to bunt again. Oh, he's out. He got him.
He got him. That was a solid play.
All right, so, that was an inning where we saw 2 hits. I'm assuming the bunt was going to be ruled a hit and then error on the throw because he was going to beat the throw.
Yeah, he was going to beat it out. Yeah, that's how. I mean, that's how I scored it. Was the
So I got 3 runs on 2 hits.
Yeah.
A bunch of walks.
with 2 walks.
Yeah, so it's 3-0 Breaux Bridge after half an inning. We will go to the bottom half of the first inning with Connor LaCour, Avery Bergeron, and Hunter Jones due up. Got Bergeron's batting. Hey, this is the time to help your own calls right now, huh? Up there at the top. Let's see. Connor LaCour, 500 base percentage. I would have him probably in the leadoff spot, too, if he's on base 50% of the time. Bergeron with a 379 batting average. And then Hunter Jones, well, he's just recovering from a back injury. A stress fracture in his back. He has only played in 1 game since we saw him. So it sounds like they said it's something associated to growing pains, something along that line.
Yeah.
I believe. Little stress fracture in the back. I do believe. Messaging with Coach Josh, he said that I think maybe in their last game he did pitch an inning. Was a little sore after, so wishing him a best and a full recovery as far as getting back on the mound. but happy to see that he will be in the game. Hunter pitched extremely well in the home opener. We were fortunate enough to broadcast for Livonia this year.
Yeah, I believe we said 9 strikeouts in that game. Went all
Yeah.
the way to the 7th inning, 6th inning, something like that.
Yeah, great
But it was
game. He was
it
our
was great.
player of the game.
Yeah, great performance, man. And really gutsy towards the end because you could tell he was in some pain.
All right, there's ball 1.
See if Livonia can answer the call.
All right, there's a strike. 1 ball, 1 strike.
I'll take it.
I'll do a Sprite. And quickly 1 away. It's a little dribbler on the right side. I'll bring up Avery Bergeron, who likewise, got his first batter pretty quickly, and then, he labored through the rest of the inning. He'd like to do that to the opposing pitcher as well. 1 ball, 1 strike. Nope, 2-0. For some reason I thought he came up and there it was. There it was. I swear I saw him do the same motion, but maybe I need to lean up.
The Breaux Bridge pitcher is really pushing the action. He's pitching really quick.
I like that tempo.
Yeah, I do too.
3 balls, 1 strike.
Doesn't let the batter get comfortable in the box before the next pitch is coming. As soon as the ump's pointing to him, he's throwing the ball.
It says Hunter Jones is where is he at? Oh, he's all the way up against the fence. Oh. I don't necessarily agree with that call. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
All right, here comes the 3-2. Fouled away. We'll do it again. Boy, we saw some of these the other night.
Yeah.
In that doubleheader softball, they fouled some balls away. Good night.
Yeah, we had one at bat was 12 pitches.
Oh,
he rung him up.
2 away. Got him looking. That'll bring up number 2, Hunter Jones.
Yeah, you got to be careful. You can kind of agitate the umpire when you just take off running like that. You want to wait for the call. Don't want to show up the umpire.
Ball 1. Yeah, generally when you make the call for him, he's gonna call you next time.
Yeah, he'll get you.
And based on stories we've heard, I don't know if this is a crew, but the other one likes some action, right? The one at first base.
Hard hit ball.
That's a lazy fly ball to center field. Had a little bit of trouble there for a second, but able to make the catch. And that's a 1-2-3 inning for Breaux Bridge. We will head to the top of the second. 3-0, Tigers. Not those Tigers.
No.
Those Tigers probably wouldn't be up 3-0.
Yeah, definitely not the start that you want. But lead off.
This half inning brought to you by Peanuts Transport. Shout out to Peanuts, our video sponsor. They've been with us since day one. So any of your hotshot courier needs in the 225 area, give Peanuts a shout out. 225-802-0544. Mr. Randall will be excited to get the phone call. Let him know Sports Talk 225 sent you. That's Peanuts Transport, LLC. Walker, Louisiana. They cover the whole 225 area and beyond. New Orleans, Mobile. Heck, they go all the way out to West Texas for us from time to time.
Been out to Midland for us. But they'll make trips to Houston, Pasadena area.
And then our other sponsor is B&P Construction. Let them do the dirty work for you. demolition, roofing, remodeling. They do it all. Plumbing, you need it. Floyd and his team do a great job. We're looking forward to using them on some projects at work, and then at my house. I know Floyd just recently did some stuff with for uh, for Blake. So good people, good sponsor. We're happy to have them here. So appreciate our sponsors tonight.
Yeah, and a local business. That's two good local businesses that supported us, and
Yep.
we are all about local.
Support local. Doesn't mean we don't want national, but local first.
Yeah, that's it.
All right, this is Christian Camacho leading it off. And that was a ball. If I'm not going to name him Hector, his middle name would be Hector. Or it'd be 4 names to where I could get Hector and Macho in there. 2 balls, no strikes. To Christian Camacho, right fielder for the Breaux Bridge Tigers. Comes the 2-0. Dropped by the catcher. If there's any chance of a call there, it was dropped.
Should be taken all the way here.
And he is, and gets the fastball right down the pipe. 3-1. Here comes the pitch. Fouls it back. Full count. Maybe we'll work it backwards this time for Avery. Work a little bit in that first batter and then get the next 2 quick.
Mm-hmm.
Got him
Rung
looking.
him up.
Way to come back, down 3-0 and then work back in that count.
Mm-hmm.
This is where early in a game like that, I don't always agree with the coach that has you just taking 3-0. I get it. It's the leadoff hitter. You put somebody on base if the guy, but the fastball down the middle's coming. But that might not be the pitch for him to hit. Brush him off the plate there. A little dramatic.
Yeah, it wasn't that close.
Act like you're going to do something. You're going to do absolutely nothing. Freaking clowns. I tell you what, a lot of the high school athletes. I mean, our goal here is to showcase them and spotlight them. But good God, they might need to be in drama. It's just like that was nowhere near you flex on him, and then he bunts.
Another dribbler makes the
All right.
play.
Well done.
Thought he was gonna catch him sleeping. There's your quick 2 outs.
Hey, he labored on the first a little bit, and then got the second one quickly. And let's see if he can get out of this thing.
Let's see if he can bounce back and have a 1-2-3 inning. And
it's the idea. You just want to hold serve and scratch away a little at a time.
Chip away at the lead, and then put up some goose eggs, and give your offense a chance to get out here and put some runs on the board.
Yeah, still looks like he's trying to overthrow the ball a little bit. I start to wonder if that cold weather doesn't impact it a little bit. Now you got the shadow starting to come across the field. That's not going to do any favor for the batters as it continues to come across home plate.
A little bit more difficult to pick up the ball as it's coming down. Good pitch.
Was it 1 ball, 2 strikes?
Yeah, 1 ball, 2 strikes. See if you can close him out right here. Get him to chase. Probably something off the plate. Outside. Nope, came inside.
Got 2s across the board. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Top of the order here. Sam Armendor. Ground ball through the hole. Little
man.
CNI single right there. Yeah, that was well pitched. I mean, he just sometimes the ball has eyes.
That one caught a little too much for the plate. I mean, you only had 2 balls, so you could have expanded the zone a little bit, pitched to him outside, and let him go after and try to chase.
This brings up Ben Ellender.
Ooh, hard hit
drives it to the left center field gap over the head of.
That's going to score 1. It's probably going to be a stand-up triple.
Nope, he's going to stand up at.
Nope, he can stand up second.
Stay at 2. Drives in the run.
That was a heck of a throw from the outfield, though.
Breaux Bridge goes up 4-0. I was waiting on him to get a hold of one. I mean, guy's batting almost 400. And that doesn't include last night's stats.
Yeah. And that was a difficult ball to judge for the outfielder. It didn't take a good jump off the ball. Then it's hard to see because he's looking into the sun, trying to track that ball.
I like to see that. My son played catcher. Mark Boye's son played catcher. Catchers who can hit is starting to be a thing that is coming back.
Well, we saw what happened this past year with the catcher hitting, over 60 home runs?
Yeah, but he's on steroids.
He's on that Mark McGwire.
Screw that guy. Plays for Seattle, so Cal Raleigh, his teammate's going to jump him as soon as they get back for not shaking his hand. Did you see that?
No, I didn't.
He was catching, and his teammate came up to bat and stuck his hand out, and he wouldn't shake his hand, like in the World Baseball Classic.
Oh, my God.
It was great.
I didn't see it. No.
Oh, yeah. He was all like, screw him in the post-conference, and Cal Riley's like, I love the guy. He's my brother, but right now we're on opposing sides. I'm not shaking hands with you.
That's funny.
All right, 1 ball, 1 strike. This is Caden Nard on the DH batting. Yeah, but hitting catchers, for a long time, you had a lot of Martin Maldonados. You didn't have Mike Piazzas.
You're right.
Defensive catchers, which are lovely.
Ooh, another hard hit ball.
That ball should stay up. Oh, they run into each other. But he caught it.
He did catch it.
What a
Came up
catch.
with it. Wow.
That'll end the inning.
Hope the young man's okay. It collided pretty
Looks
hard.
like, is that Aguiar that was a little shooken up?
Yeah.
Chandler?
It's Chandler.
Is CJ injured? Back issues?
Something must be in the water with the back.
All right, we're going to head to the bottom of the second now. Bergeron gets through that one.
He only gave up 1. But Breaux Bridge, they hit some solid balls in that inning.
All right, 4-0. Heading to the bottom of the second. Oh, boy. They got a 1-2-3 inning that last inning. So we got McBride, Foster, and Sylvain. First baseman, third baseman, and center fielder due up for the Wildcats.
Yeah, I mean, they have to put some stress on the pitcher a little bit, put him in a position to where he's got to where he's going to be under a little bit of pressure and see what if he can produce under that pressure.
Yeah.
Oh, hard.
There's
hit,
a shot.
Marner.
There's a base hit.
That's a great way to start the.
First runner of the night, first hit for the Wildcats.
On the first pitch.
Now bring up Gavin Foster. Third baseman, number 5, I believe, should be a dedicated first base number. Bagwell, Pujols. Takes a strike. But he looks like a hitter. Little chopper to the third baseman. He's going to get the lead runner and then try to turn it for 2. But they sniped the lead runner there. We've seen some good defense by the third baseman on both sides already today.
Yeah, that dribbler that came inning before last,
Yep.
he got it over the first. That was a really good play.
Chase Sylvan coming up after that collision in center field, swings at a ball down in the dirt for strike number 1. Swing and a miss. So Chase down quickly 0-2. Got to go into protect mode here.
Oh, I thought he was going to call it. I was
wait.
like, "Ooh, that's off the plate there, brother."
He wanted to.
Yeah, he looked like he's getting ready. About to hit him with the
Leslie Nelson.
Charade.
There you got him that
rung
time.
him up.
He wasn't going to give him 2.
Man.
All right, so it's 2 down, and that's going to bring up Kenny Smith. Catcher Kenny Smith coming up with a runner on first base. Wildcats down 4-0. Ball low in the dirt. Tell you what, man, go backside on this thing. They have got the right side of the infield wide open. And he pitches him away for a strike. 1 ball, 1 strike. Oh. Oh, that didn't look like a fastball. Didn't look like a curveball. Almost like a sweeper or something. A cross. Unless he's just throwing across.
He went.
No. Not only in the inning. Well, they did get it. We will head to the top of the third.
He didn't go around. I was wondering
Yeah,
if
he called him swinging.
He called him swinging.
Yeah. Didn't check it swing. He said, yes, you did. You're out of there. All right. Well, the defense is going to have to continue to do its part and conserve this lead. And that's what I think that's what Bergeron's got to. Yeah, he's got to settle in, stay in the strike zone, let his defense do their job.
Yeah, you just can't continue with these forced errors, these walks.
Yeah, free bases always come back to haunt you.
Yeah, just you need to pitch to the batters, let the folks behind you do their job.
All right, we're ready for the top of the third inning. Warm-up pitches are complete. And we have the opposing pitcher, Bryce Melanson, coming into the batter's box. Ball one. Two balls, no strike. Melanson does a lot of dancing, wiggly
Yeah.
before the pitch.
Little ants in the pants before he hits
Yeah.
the ball.
Here comes the 2-0. Fouled away. 2 balls, 1 strike. Comes the 2-1 from Bergeron. 3-1. Yeah, these 3-1s, 3-2s, like constantly, you're working from behind. It's taxing. Taxing on a pitcher. It'll be taxing on the staff.
Hard hit ball.
Fly ball to left center field, and Aguilar makes the play.
Yeah, and that was tougher than it looked with
Well,
the
the
sun right
sun.
in your eyes. man.
Yeah.
Fortunate for him that getting behind, he was able to pitch, and his defense took care of business for him.
Kyson Reber, the center fielder, will be the next batter for the Bears. The Tigers. All the Bees. And then we just did Bears this weekend.
Yeah, we did.
That one's fouled away for a strike.
But they were original. But you call
Bearcats.
Bearcats.
What?
They were wearing Cincinnati colored uniforms, so
Yeah,
I could see.
yeah.
I could see, and they were the same type of numbers as Cincinnati. So I understand why you.
Yeah, and then Bruley's colors are the same as the Cincinnati Bearcats.
Yeah, that's right.
That one's in the dirt for a ball. Yeah, I this week has been a week of discombobulation.
You go out to Denver and you lose 2 hours.
Well, it was the hour loss. Well, hour really regained. I had to relive another hour.
It's Groundhog Day.
Yeah, and then spring ahead the next morning. 1 ball, 2 strikes. And then lose an hour coming back.
Mm-hmm.
So it's yeah. And then we're about to go lose an hour to the East Coast this weekend. And then big deal. Yeah. So it's, by the time I get straight, then that next time I'll go out of town to the same time zone, and it'll be okay. 2 balls, 2 strikes. 1 away here in the top of the third inning. Ball out. Full count again. We'll do it again. Let's see. I'm looking around out there. I see Jared. Jared has a sign out there, the crawfish hole. Where's 5C's? They got a sign out there? Yeah, no, I know where it's at. Oh, man. Shame on you, 5C's.
You gotta get out here.
I hear they got some good lunch food. At least they're, when you Google them, it says they got some good lunch food.
Might be family members.
It ain't that barbecue chicken they had here opening day. I'll tell you that. Oh, that was a close pickoff. Chase Broussard there at Chase Broussard, the second baseman, up to bat. Runner on first base, one away. Pickoff attempt number 2. He's safe.
Yeah, he's the one who flashed the bunt last time and ended up scoring 2 off the wild throw to first.
Squared around the bunt again. Runner goes. Oh, he got him.
Oh, nice.
Yep.
Great throw by the catcher.
Well, the throw got there in time for the second baseman to be able to adjust back to the other side. But all in all, it works out for the Wildcats. Over here having a stroke. Leg got stuck.
Have to fall over. You fall off that thing. You might have
Yeah.
to take you to the hospital. Got a platform.
There's a
sitting
strike. Thank you, Mr. Thomas Jones, for the message that they have roast rice and gravy coming. He's not here tonight, but he said he'll make sure some gets sent up. Jones family taking care of us up here. 2 balls, 1 strike. I almost wonder if he wouldn't square around again. Nope, let him swing away. 2-2. With his speed, any bunt's going to put pressure on the defense.
Absolutely, yeah. He flew down the line.
All right, 2 balls, 2 strikes.
And that's got to take some serious confidence from your coach to be at 2 outs and you're putting your guy in there, he's bunting, running it down the line. He
Called him out.
Called him out. Looking. That's exactly what they needed, a clean inning.
Yeah, that was big time right there.
You know, unfortunately, that walk that he had on the second batter didn't come back and bite him.
Yep, so we'll go to the bottom of the third. All that damage really done in the first inning. 3 runs. Tacked on another in the second. Now we got to kind of scratch and claw back into this thing, man.
Yeah, after the first 2 innings, that inning right there, Avery Bergeron really settled in and through his game. So let's see if that continues. Maybe settle down. Some nerves coming into the first district game against a good team.
Yeah, I look back, and it's been a up and down type of season for Breaux Bridge. Started out the season 5-0. Lost 1, then picked up another win, then lost a couple. Won 1, lost 1, won a couple, lost 1, won 1, lost 1. Now they've won a couple in a row, and it looks like maybe their bats are starting to really get dialed in because they're scoring double-digit runs.
Yeah.
There's a strike. Maddox Jones up to bat here. There's a shot. There's a
solid.
base hit to left field.
Short, compact swing and just drove that ball.
Solid at bat. Coming into that, let's see, Maddox Jones batting .290 on the year with a .463 on base percentage, so he just improved those numbers.
Yeah.
Be back pushing up towards that 300
quick
mark.
hands to the ball.
Yep.
To the ball.
Great approach. Drove the ball where the pitch was, right over the shortstop's head. There's a bunt. That was well executed but you'll take the sacrifice there. So that was Chandler Aguiar with the sacrifice bunt to get the leadoff hitter here in the top of the third, Jones,
And
over
flip
to
the
second.
lineup.
Yep, back to the top of the order with Connor. Connor Lacour. Grounder towards third. Checks the runner. He trips over his legs. He gave up on the play. Uh-oh. His arm appears to be injured.
Did he try to dive for that? I didn't see it. I was watching second base to see if they were going to pick him off.
No, he just kind of came. He kind of just stopped running on the play because he should have been safe.
Yeah.
But yeah, then I saw him hunched over holding his arm. Something happened. Yeah, he's in a lot of pain. I guess he's called safe. I'm very confused. I thought he was out. And then I thought they tried to go back at Jones and threw the ball out into the outfield. A lot was going on right there, but it looks like it's like a pinch runner's coming in for him.
I think what they may be calling is the first baseman was off the bag and then threw it.
Interference.
Or maybe, I'm not sure.
Umpires don't agree with each other. Now there's about to be another explanation. Well, I'm glad that they're just as confused as I am. Livonia coach does not like the explanation. And as I originally presumed, the runner is out. The runner at first is out.
Yeah. Unfortunately, he looks like I just watched the replay. He kind of gave up on the play, thinking he was going to be a sure out, but the guy tripped. That's why you got to run it out every time. Just because they're catching the ball, you got to run it out, run it hard.
Yeah, I'm unsure what happened to his arm. All right, that's going to bring up the pitcher, Avery Bergeron.
I played a second. Took a big lead there.
All right, 1 ball, 1 strike. Ball in. 2-0. Yeah, there was a lot going on right there.
Yeah, I'm not sure exactly what the explanation was. It would look clear that he was out.
Yeah. Again, I'm trying to figure out, what happened with the arm.
Yeah.
Because he immediately went over and hunched over on the arm. So whatever was bothering him when he came out of the box. Oh, there's a backside shot. He's going to hold him at. Nope, he's coming. He went back.
They held him up.
Good call. You put the pressure on him because he hadn't made the throw in.
Mm-hmm.
Then you send him back. So runners at first and third. 2 away, and that's going to bring up number 2, Hunter Jones. This is Hunter's just his second game back after the vertebrae injury.
Yeah,
I believe his dad said it was L5.
He popped up his last at bat. See if he can get something to drive.
So opportunity for the Wildcats to scratch their way back into this thing. Runners on first and third. The double fake, which is illegal in almost every level except this now. You got to let it go to one of them. I even feel like some travel ball organizations have like blocked that to where you just can't do the double fake. Or it was discussed at one point. Pick
Just
off
hit it
attempt
again.
at third. I don't know. He thinks it's funny.
Yeah.
It's getting colder outside. Nothing's really that funny. There's a shot to the third baseman. He's going to go for the leadoff runner at second and gets him. So that'll end the inning. Very confusing inning. We will head to the top of the fourth, 4-0, Breaux Bridge. Yeah, still have to kind of try to figure all that out as to why they thought maybe the runner should have been ruled safe at first. Why he thought he was going to get a double play and throw the ball out into the outfield. There was a lot going on in that play, and the injury on top of it.
Yeah. He looks like he's shaking it off.
Coach is
Coming
down
back out
there
to the
having a
field.
pretty heated, animated conversation with the umpires, wanting an explanation. So while we do that, we'll give our advertisers, our sponsors, video sponsor since day one, Peanuts Transports. Peanuts Transport's located in Walker, Louisiana, owned by Mr. Randall Williams, operated by him, his wife, children, the whole family. It's a family affair. Great service, great people, locally owned and operated. Need anything couriered, hot-shotted, whatever, give Peanuts a call, 225-802-0544. Then our friends over at B&P Construction, let us do your dirty work. Residential and commercial construction, demo, roofing, remodeling. Man, those folks do a great job as well. Give Floyd and his team a call, 225-301-6444. I think my eyes are sitting right next to me and I won't put them on. It's tough getting old, folks. Tough getting old. But for the baseball fans of the 225, tomorrow afternoon, 1 p.m., Stu Puffer, that is me, will be at Southeastern University interviewing two guys from the 225, Caleb Howe and Larson Farr. Both pitchers from Denham Springs, both doing very, very well. Larson was a freshman of the year, and what is that? That South End Conference, right?
Yeah, South End Conference.
Yeah.
Yes.
When he went up a couple years ago, Caleb's one of the leaders on the team out of the bullpen this year, which is his second year, I believe. So we're gonna do a live interview with them. Anybody can't catch it live, we'll have it posted later on. But part of
Another
our
bunt.
there's a
Good
bunt.
scoop.
Oh,
Just
and it's
missed it.
dropped by the first baseman.
That was going to be a tough play. He was down the line quick.
McBride could not hold on to that ball. He was out by a couple steps.
Yeah.
I mean, McBride lazily just tried to.
Yeah, that's unfortunate. But those are the kind of areas we talk about.
Yeah,
And
errors.
it looks like Livonia did make a pitching change. They brought in Rebair on the mound.
No, that's Avery Bergeron,
That's that's number 12 that's on the mound.
which is Avery Bergeron. Might want to go to the other team.
My bad.
Oh, it happens. It happens. Trust me, it happens.
The Bears.
Another bunt attempt.
Yeah,
it should have been called a strike. I didn't see him motion it, but that's got to be a strike. He was giving himself up.
Yeah, the intel that we got earlier was spot on. They've done a lot of bunting this game.
A lot of small ball, yep. but they're big hitters. You see who they are, and they drive the ball
Oh,
into
yeah.
the outfield.
Oh, yeah.
So if you can set the plate for them, boy, that you really do your damage. And looking at some of these scores just, here recently, you got to imagine that's what's been happening. 2 balls, 1 strike. Nobody out. Runner on first base here in the top of the 4th. And there's, man, an excellent bunt. These are not.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's backspin. It's pretty impressive. They put them where it's going to make the play difficult. And that's the name of the game, right? If you're going to play small ball, you're going to have to make the defense do their job and do it well. So, coach is using his uh the talent that he has in those spots.
That's
It's
right.
like your speed can create chaos. So, tip your cap to Coach Cormier.
Yeah, you can see they've practiced bunting a lot. I mean, it's at this level, you don't see the quality of bunting usually like we've seen.
No, I mean these are like pull cue backspin
Dropping
bunts.
it dead, rolling down the line, and they're putting it on, working it on both sides of the field, down each line.
Yeah, this ain't somebody just sticking the bat out there and seeing where it bounces.
They're angling it.
Yeah, it's
dropping it.
you
Right
can
where
tell
it
it's
needs to.
practice. It's executed.
Solid
That
hit.
is bloop back up to the second baseman for out number 2. That was Cayman Terrio that came into bat there. And this is back to the top of the order. Oh, oh, oh. We might have to edit that part out. So,
Thank you.
all right, we're back at the top of the order. Sam Armenter taking strike 1. Sorry if anybody caught that foul language. Somebody just brought in some pork roast, rice and gravy, and almost tripped to his demise and dropped some foul language. So apologize for that, but it was kind of funny. All right, runner advances to third base. This is the most. We invite y'all to come and broadcast, but we're going to disrupt you all the time. I love it. Good people, man. Oh God, that smells so good.
Yeah.
Now I know with broadcasters when they're like, "Oh man, we got to try this food during the break."
Come back with their mouth full.
Well, opening night, you remember they had the barbecue chicken plates.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I took one of those home with me. That was good.
All right, so that'll send us to runner stranded on third, heading to the bottom of the 4th inning now. Wildcats got to get on those sticks, though. Something's got to give.
You saw a little bit of life last inning. Hopefully, they can carry it over. They had the one mistake. The first batter reaching on the error.
No, the first batter had a base hit to left field. That was Jones.
No, I'm talking about the momentum they just had in this past inning.
Oh yeah, and holding him to third and
holding him to third, and they
got out of it, no runs.
Yeah, no runs. So the defense held them, put up another 0.
Yeah, they gotta try to get to this guy. I mean, he's not throwing anything overpowering. He's just hitting his spot.
It's last 2 innings, Livonia has been able to put on the leadoff runner. With both of them had a base hit, but hadn't been able to capitalize on that. So
All right, another. I mean, every half inning, these umpires are having a freaking conference. Like, what's going on? Another explanation to Livonia coach on something. All right. Now it doesn't look like coach appreciates this explanation either. And so he's going to give the umpire an earful as they walk back around and he heads to third base. And then we'll get back to playing baseball, which is what this is all about. Mason McBride leading off the bottom of the fourth. Ball out. It's a World Baseball Classic championship games tonight, huh?
That's right. Yep.
Venezuela versus Team USA. Why would you have that game in Miami where there's more non-Americans than anywhere else in the U.S.?
Well, I think you just answered your question there.
Who in the game Team USA playing last night, there were more teams cheering against Team USA than for Team USA. That's not a benefit of having the games in the USA. But that's just me being a patriotic citizen who believes too many people who aren't citizens run our country.
Well, I mean, it's probably more inclusive in Miami than anywhere else in the country.
I don't give a damn about conclusion.
Conclusion or inclusion?
Inclusion. The conclusion.
Yeah, the conclusion is
America. All right, there's a grounder up the middle. Shortstop picks it up, fires it in time. McBride fails to reach in the top of the fourth, and that's going to bring up Gavin Foster. The oven mitts are in the back pockets tonight. I believe they were not on opening night, right? We had a conversation. It wasn't a bunch of oven mitts in the back pocket. There's a grounder down third. That's a shot. He'll turn on first, heading for second. Oh, he pulls up.
Yeah, I don't think
Probably smart.
Yeah.
Probably smart. So, Foster with a sharp liner down the third base line on first, and that's going to bring up Chase Sylvain. You remember earlier, him and Aguilar had the collision out there in left center. But what a catch. He hung on to that ball.
He did catch him. Yeah, hold on to it.
Takes a ball one. Comes a 1-0. Oh,
wow, that was way off.
We have video evidence.
Yeah. That was,
Would you like the replay?
That almost hit the white of the other batter's box.
One's fouled away. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Chase Sylvain. Second batter in the inning. 1 away. Runner on first.
Must have been straight to him.
No, that was a ball.
I
2
know.
balls, 2 strikes.
That was sarcasm.
Sarcasm. That ball squirts away from the catcher. Runner advances to second base. Temperature is plummeting in South Louisiana. Where is that opening day weather? It's March. It's mid-March. It's late March. It's past mid-March. Swing and a miss. And that'll be 2 down. It's going to bring up Kenny Smith. Come on, Jet. Oh, wait. Different Kenny Smith.
It's on
TNT. Oh, no, ESPN now.
yeah.
Better be careful. Charles Barkley's going to categorize me as a San Antonio.
Yeah.
With them churros. Ball 1.
Funny enough, we called a game girls from Galveston.
His favorite
His
vacation
Yeah,
destination.
his favorite vacation destination is he loves the resorts
Man,
down
they
there.
trade me to Rocky. Said that they got training camp in a tropical paradise. They take me to Galveston. Galveston.
Them dirty ass
Dirt,
beaches.
no dirty beaches, dirty water. Take me to Galveston. This ain't no tropical. What if they would have got him at one time of the year where the Gulf, when the Mississippi River water shifts to the east and Galveston's actually beautiful and clear? He'd been like he'd have fell in love with the place. Gone back the next time, it'd been nasty. 3 balls, no strikes, as we're talking about foolishness. However, the more we talk about Charles Barkley, the more the viewership goes up.
Yep.
So 3 balls, no strikes to Kenny Smith. Runner on second base. There's a strike. 3-1 with 2 away. 4-0. Tigers. Breaux Bridge jumped on early, 3 in the first, tacked on another one in the second. Oh, big swing and nothing doing. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Comes the pitch, grounded up the middle. Shortstop comes up, fires, and that'll end the inning. Runner stranded at second base. Score remains 4-0 Breaux Bridge. We are heading to the top of the 5th. Well, they're making the Breaux Bridge pitcher work a little bit more than earlier on. Bergeron's done his job. Bergeron is, got a lot of walks early on, a lot of deep counts. Probably threw close to 40 pitches in the first 2 innings.
Yeah, he settled in, put up a couple of solid innings. Didn't allow any runs. He's got a couple. He had 2 Ks over the last 2 innings, 1 in each inning. But he's got to keep doing what he's been doing the last 2 innings. Hold and serve, and hopefully their offense can catch up and help scratch some runs for him.
Yeah, I'm just looking at the dimensions of the field here. Man, that is a power alley. If you've ever seen one going towards dead center field.
Yeah. What's wild is we got 285 on this corner and then 315 on
315.
this other corner. So
Dead center's got to be over 400, huh? Or right at 400?
yeah, you hitting the scoreboard, you're doing something.
Oh, yeah. You've earned that one if you
Yeah.
hit that scoreboard. And I didn't. At the top of the lineup? Who's in a DH spot now? All right, ready to go here in the top of the 5th.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, in addition to going out to Southeastern to interview those guys, we got episode 5 is live tomorrow night too. There's a strike. Yep, episode 5 live from CC's Coffee House in Denham Springs. 4 o'clock tomorrow afternoon. It'll be fun, a lot to catch up on, man.
You're going to be back at CC's.
Back at CC's. I got the week of girls state that I did. And then while I was in Denver, Blake went and did the boys' state. There's a hot shot past the third baseman. That'll be another leadoff base runner. That's their guy right there, Ben Allender. Yeah, so a lot to catch up on. A lot of 225 teams bringing home hardware from Hammond and Lake Charles collectively. So excited about that. We have plenty to talk about SEC baseball. My Longhorns still doing what they do. Y'all's Tigers
Not so much.
got some question marks, huh?
And surrounding the bullpen for sure. The bats are their bats are okay. It's just the bullpen. They've struggled mightily against less than desirable competition.
Yeah, you look at it, you put up 16 runs and you win 16-9. That's a terrible look.
Yeah, that's it's not just that. It's the the teams that aren't in the SEC, the lower teams that shouldn't be. This is the preseason number one.
No,
and
preseason number 2.
once in some,
The only one that matters, preseason number 2.
which is what.
D1 baseball. Which is what, if you look at all the rankings, they go, for some reason, they gave UCLA number 1. It was UCLA, LSU, Texas.
Oh, maybe they knew something.
No, they knew that 3 weeks later they wouldn't be in the top 25. I don't think they knew anything. No balls, 2 strikes, so we'll do that again. This doesn't feel like last year. And I know I've said it for about a week or so, maybe 2 weeks. I've been asking the question. Do you think he's tinkering around like he did last year? I don't think so.
I don't know.
You're in conference play now, and it's a problem.
No, they've talked about how he's gotten on his team's butt several times about I don't think there's a true leader on the team. I think there's a bunch of guys that go out there and play ball, but there's no true defined leader. Like they've had in the past few years. And they don't have some of those upperclassmen that they've had, like Gavin Dugas and things like that has helped lead the team.
There's a shot. That'll get down for a base hit to center. Runners on first and second. Yeah, and then that's kind of sad too, because you got somebody like that's feel like he's been there for 16 years in Milam. But maybe that's just not his thing.
He's not really a vocal leader.
He goes out and does his thing and expects everybody else to do it. Yeah.
He goes out and does his job.
All right, this is going to bring up the pitcher.
Because we had,
Bryce Malone.
last year we had Bear.
Well, last year, early on, you saw a lot of the same issues. But he was trying to find who fit in what piece.
Yeah.
And like I said, there's the out on the bunt attempt.
Yeah, that's the first bunt that they've misplayed on.
Runners will remain at first and second. Yeah, so last year, all of a sudden, you knew who your Friday night starter was going to be.
Yeah, they had a good 1-2 punch. You had Kate Anderson, and then you come back throwing.
But it didn't start out that way. It kind of grew into that.
Yeah,
and it worked.
Then you had your good solid 1-2, and then you had some good relievers coming out of the bullpen to put the rest of it.
But they also never fell out of the top 25. I don't think they ever fell out of they dropped out of the top 10.
Yeah,
but
did.
Never.
No, not like this year. This year reminds me a lot of 2024, where they just couldn't put it together. They kind of put it together at the end of the season, but
it's kind of too little, too late.
Too little, too late. They try to get it together in the SEC tournament, but just didn't have enough to finish it out. So it's going to be interesting to see what's going to happen moving forward.
Yeah. So, and then obviously, the start of March Madness.
Yep.
The highest seed.
Fill out a bracket?
No, I ain't got time for that. You should know the answer to that. Oh, that was a screwball off the end. He's gonna beat it out. Yep, bases are loaded. That was just weird the whole way off the bat. No, man, I had Teddy Mooney message me again this morning. And I was like, dude, I can't. I don't have time. Shout out to Teddy. I know Reese out there in Texas. It's his third year of college, I believe. They're starting spring practice for football. Won't be long, man. Won't be long. We'll be getting ready for those September Saturdays. Oh, he got him. He got him.
Got him.
Great play.
Yeah, they desperately need that. Get that threat off the third.
Yep, lead runner is out. Nice rundown effort.
Yep.
By the whole group
2
there.
away now. Strike.
I like the way the catcher checked him back down, and the third baseman just stayed parallel with him the whole time.
Yep. Great execution.
There's a strike. If he can get the strike here, that'll be a big pick-me-up. Pop out to left field. Aguilar's there for the catch. Way to get out of the inning there.
Yeah,
So we will
out of a huge jam.
head to the bottom of the fifth. Still remains 4-0. Yeah, so LSU women, you got this is the highest seeding that they've ever had under Mulkey, even when they won the championship.
That's right.
Going in as a 2 seed, which means they got the same seed as South Carolina. Texas got the last 1 seed, and they'll be playing in Fort Worth, so that's like a home game. Whereas South Carolina's got to go out to like San Diego or something like that, I believe. Men's basketball, you don't have to worry about.
Yeah.
Longhorns squeaked in. I don't know why. I wouldn't have put them in. I mean, they just got. They'll be the first team bounced by like Clayton or something. But Creighton's always good at basketball.
Yeah, they got a good. Historically, they have a good team.
It boggles my mind to have such a good football program, baseball, softball, women's basketball. Is it like number 1 or number 2, or what? Top 3. And then your men's basketball program. I mean, it's the same thing at LSU. And then a men's basketball program, mediocre at best.
No.
No,
LSU,
Texas made it to the tournament. I don't even think LSU got invited to NIT.
No, they're atrocious. They're not good at all. It's very difficult to watch. You got to bribe people with beer to get them to come to your game.
All right, Maddox Jones leading off the inning. Takes a ball.
Evens count 1-1. Rounds out for the first out of the inning.
All right, just going to bring up Chandler Aguilar. Fouls it away for strike 1. Comes 0-1. Takes it for a ball. One. Strike. That is trouble, and that is down for a base hit. It's a little dumper right there into no man's land. The Bermuda Triangle, if you will. Yeah, just blooped it right over the second baseman's head. And believe it or not, that side being as shallow as it is, I feel like the right fielder's played shallow all night.
He has, yeah.
I tell you what, I'd work on some serious, if I'm right-handed, driving the ball to the opposite field.
Right. I mean, this is a lefty's field for sure. Just pull to the pool side.
Oh, gosh, yeah. Short porch, 285.
Bun it over there.
Yeah. All right, anytime there,
Yeah, it was
Keegan.
It's pretty wild whenever we were looking at the field on Google
Earth,
Google
yeah.
Earth earlier today.
Yeah, I never noticed it last time when we were here.
Yeah, me either.
And then I looked at the dimensions trying to find out how to get here. There was somebody wrecked into a power pole right in front of the school, and it had the entrances, the normal entrances, blocked. So we had to go doing a little adventurous route.
Off-road.
2 balls, no strikes. Keegan Ledette, who was moved over to second base due to an injury to the leadoff hitter. Takes a strike looking there. It is cold in here.
It's getting a little chilly. I don't think we need that fan on back there.
If that's a fan and not a heater, please throw it out the window. Ledette slaps it to third. He's going to fire it to first for
double.
1,
Nope.
and he will not get the double play. So 2 down. Keegan Ledette will take over occupying first. And that's going to bring up Avery Bergeron coming up. Runner at first. See if he can do some damage here to help his own cause. Swings. Big cut at the first one. Fouls it away. Foul tip. Don't mind that construction noise in the background. You can't. That one's blooped right over the head again. All right, and that'll give runners at first and second. So Avery Bergeron keeps the inning alive, and that'll bring up Hunter Jones. Hunter Jones grounded out to third base his last at bat. Pretty sure it was third base, right?
Yes.
Trying to do everything by memory. So this Hunter Jones just his second game back from a brief delay there from the back fracture. Taking ball 1. Here comes the 1-0. Hit down the right field line. Boy, that's what we were talking about, that backside hitting. That would have been trouble. He was so far off towards
Yeah,
he was more right center where he's aligned.
Yeah, he was shaded way too far, especially if they can hit a.
That's scoring 1 run at least.
Yeah, Oppo, you're gonna score. You could score probably 2 if it goes lands fair.
All right, pitcher checking the runners. Here comes the 1-1. Now one's popped up on the infield. Third baseman gives it a look. It lands inside the dugout. So live to see another pitch. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 out here in the bottom of the 5th inning.
Yeah, it's a couple balls that he's lifted up in the air instead of driving.
Yeah, the ball that went to right field, that was the line drive you were looking for. If you could have just creeped inside that line. Oh, swinging a miss, and he got him to end the inning. We'll head to the top of the 6th. Score remains 4-0, Breaux Bridge.
Yeah, unfortunately, Livonia's had some opportunities. They just hadn't been able to capitalize on them.
Yep. I mean, that's the nature of it. We kind of didn't they get down early was it opening day that they got down early and then held them, and then were able to come back and win that thing?
No, they had a 6-run first.
That's
inning.
right. They had the 6-run first.
Yeah,
inning.
they came out the gates pretty hot.
And then it got boring after that.
Oh yeah, I think they scored maybe one more run after that.
Yeah. Avery Bergeron out again for the 6th inning. He's been able to, outside of that first inning and then giving up the 1 run in the 2nd inning, he's been able to work out of trouble.
They're gonna mess it up.
Yeah, I'm good with it off. Yeah.
No, I got it. I'm fine. Let's see.
Kai Lalonde will be leading it off for Breaux Bridge. Squares around, showing bunt. Pulls it back. Ball 1. There's some lax chanting from the Breaux Bridge dugout. Nothing near as chirpy as we heard during softball.
No, they do their little cheers from the dugout, little chants.
That ball, man, it just comes off so weird when they pull back like that after showing bunt, and it's just like weird little cue shot. Got some weird side spin to it. All right, quickly 1 away for Avery Bergeron.
Another one squares up the bunt.
Camacho. This is Camacho. Christian Camacho taking a strike. Christian Hector Macho Camacho.
Ooh,
This
hard
one,
hit. That's trouble.
yeah, he hits that one in the gap. It's cut off quickly by the center fielder, flashing that speed. Holds him to a single. Sylvain pretty fast. That guy's pretty quick. He covered a lot of territory right there. All right, that's going to bring up Evan Terrio, third baseman for the Tigers. Takes the ball high. And just a bit outside. Comes the 1-0. Chop down the third baseline. Foul. Evens up the count. 1-1. Bergeron would love to see a ground ball double play here. Get out of this inning. Try to get back on the sticks. Oh, he's wanting a little conference with the catcher. It's like they weren't on the same page. It's hard to get a double play out of this squad, though, because they're so quick to lay a bunt down.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm actually a little bit surprised that Terrio hasn't shown that yet. Runner goes, and the ball is dropped again. So the runner is going to advance to second base on the drop ball. 2 balls, 1 strike to Terrio. Now I wonder if that sacrifice bunt, push it down the first base line to clear out the third base side. Coach Cormier call that, or does he let him swing away? There's the bunt. I saw it, and it's exactly what he did. Runner advances to third, 2 away.
Flip to the top of the lineup.
Yep. So Sam Armenter will be our batter. 2 away here in the inning. Breaux Bridge looking to extend the 4-0 lead. Apply a little more pressure to Livonia if they can. Comes the 0-1. Strike 2. Comes the 0-2. Ball out. Big spot here for Badgeron if he can hold serve. Try to carry some momentum into the bottom of the 6th. Ground ball towards third. Well played, and he got it out of the inning. Well done. All right. Heading to the bottom of the 6th. I did not update it last time, so my apologies. Heading to the bottom of the 6th. Wildcats have got to get something going here. See if they can touch this guy up a little bit. He's pitched a great game, had good defense behind him. They've had opportunities, just haven't been able to execute them. I'd like to see a couple guys get on early. Where are we at?
See, we should be coming up to McBride. Should be leading off.
Yep, that's right. Mason McBride. Then Gavin Foster. Chase Sylvain. That is the bottom of the 6th for the Wildcats coming up. And quickly, Mason McBride is in the box ready to go. He's like, let's go, Blue. Pitcher's ready. Defense dispersed. Coach is heading to third. No disputes in between this half inning. It's a ball away. One ball, 1 strike. Struck him out. No, 1 ball, 2 strikes. The umpire drank about 42 Red Bulls before this game. That's the only reason he's not freezing to death with his short sleeve shirt out there. That's
Hard.
good play by the third baseman. Long throw. Well done. Tell you what, outside of getting eaten up by that one ball, he's third baseman's had a good game.
Yeah, Livonia's third baseman's had a couple of really good plays as well.
Yeah, he has. All right, this brings up Gavin Foster. Fouled away for strike one. Foster with the 2.90 ERA when he's on the mound with 15 strikeouts, batting 282. 10 RBIs coming into this game. First year as a full-time starter. Faces a 1-1 strike.
So he held up.
Held up. 2 balls, 1 strike. Umpire's been quick on the trigger finger on a lot of those type situations today to ring them up. 3-1. Strike right down the middle.
Yeah, that was your pitch right there. Probably won't see another one like that.
Comes a 3-2. Works
Yep.
a walk. It's going to bring up Chase Sylvan, senior center fielder. I've seen some good play out of him today. 3-sport athlete, football, baseball, basketball. 4th game back since the end of basketball season. 250 batting average.
Man.
Oh, and 8 up the third baseman. Everybody's going to be safe.
Yeah, he made it. That young man's fast down the line.
Yep. So there'll be an error on the third baseman. After he initially bobbled it, he realized he couldn't get the guy at first. Bobbles it again.
Yeah, he didn't look to get the ball. He was trying to look at the base,
Yeah.
second base, and trying to pick it up.
When he realized he couldn't get the lead runner, dropped it again, and then there was no way he was getting him at first.
No, not with that young man's speed.
All right. Brings up Kenny Smith. And that should get down.
Oh.
And not only down, but past the right fielder. Oh, and coach holds them all up.
Bases are juiced.
Oh, my goodness.
I probably would have sent him on that one.
I
don't think they make
Wow.
I don't think they make it. Would be a very close play, but I don't think they make that play.
I mean, that's the second baseman who's probably should have the weakest arm on the team all the way out in right field.
That's right. It would have been close, but I mean, I think they get across, and I mean, you need runs at this point.
Well, this brings up Maddox Jones. Maddox Jones has had a base hit and a line out. Takes a strike right down the middle.
Yeah, he's got a short, compact swing that really, if he gets a hold of one, he can drive it into the outfield.
And the outfield is very, very shallow. One ball, one strike. Big spot right here for the Wildcats to try to get back into this thing late. Bases loaded, 1 out. Jones, one of the few hits on this pitcher today. He has one of them. And it's 2 balls, 1 strike.
And this is what we talked about earlier, getting this pitcher to make him uncomfortable.
Yeah, I think Dad was a little nervous. He went outside,
Yeah,
or he just went outside the video from directly behind home.
Yeah. I mean, this is the moments that you wish for your son, an opportunity to put some points on the board.
Oh, 2 balls, 2 strikes. Bases loaded. A chance for the Wildcats to try to crawl back into this thing. comes the 2-2. And he spikes it in the ground.
Yeah,
We will have a full count.
Yeah, what you don't want to have here is strike out. At least make contact, get the ball somewhere to try to get one of these runs across. You only got one out.
I hear Dad on the outside. They're bringing it to you. Be ready. Three-two. Struck him out.
Man,
Struck him out swinging.
he was reaching for that one. That would have been ball 4.
Yeah, he was early. I think he was looking fastball. Looked like maybe he came with a changeup.
Yeah. But that ball would have been outside. That would have been a ball 4, unfortunately.
All right, this brings up Chandler Aguiar. Oh, wow.
That one, man. That was a very generous call.
I mean, that was an eye-level strike, I guess. That makes it really difficult to control the zone when a pitch comes across your eyes and gets called a strike.
Yeah, that's.
And he stands pretty straight up in the box, so it's not like he's squatted down.
He's got 2 on him now. He's down the count, 2 outs. Yeah, bases juice. You got to get a run here.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
It's good discipline. Him not going after that and chasing.
Yeah, it looked like Chandler took the worst of that collision earlier out in the outfield tonight. But tough kid, he stays in, and now he's in a big spot here. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 away.
Yeah.
Bases loaded. We are in the bottom of the 6th inning. Wildcats are running out of outs.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You're running out of outs.
Oh, he hammers it down to the third baseman who bumbles it but steps on the bag. Oh, that's a heartbreaker for the Wildcats right there. Well, and as you can hear, to the chagrin of the Wildcat fans and to the jubilation of the Tiger fans, we will head to the top of the 7th. And the score remains 4-0. Breaux Bridge got 3 early. Tacked on 1 in the 2nd, and it has been a pitching duel since. And we're going to get 7 innings, it looks like, out of Avery Bergeron. And I anticipate that we will see Bryce Melanson probably come back out for the Tigers in the 7th as well.
Yeah, I don't see any reason why not to let him finish the game. That was really the first inning they actually got to him, and unfortunately they couldn't capitalize on it. But they've been in a good spot last few innings. They haven't been able to capitalize on any of those opportunities.
Yep. So he outside of, again, those first 2 innings, he's been able to work through everything unscathed. Got to do it again.
Yeah, he's got to come back one more time.
And the big bopper, Ben Ellender, is leading off. We've seen the power from him tonight on display. He had that deep drive to left center over the head of Aguiar. Shocking. Malloy Miles wins again. 1 ball, 1 strike
Yeah, young lady's amazing.
to Ellender.
Great character too.
Comes the 1-1 to Ellender. Wow. I
Call
guess,
that strike.
yeah, it was
for
a strike in the last
last
inning.
Hmm.
I guess it's just certain people's eye level is a strike.
Right.
Comes a 2-1. Fouled away. Even the count. 2-2. Yeah, huge distinction in to the tempos
Right.
of these pitchers.
That's right.
Melanson's very, very fast,
Mm-hmm.
whereas Avery's very methodical. Count's full.
Yeah, but he's done. I mean, Avery's done a great job. I mean, he got banged up the first 2 innings, and he's really battled. He's been in some tough spots. He's really shown he's a solid competitor. Oh my lord!
He works the walk.
All right. You had to be low because that ball went right across the plate.
Yeah, I'm not questioning. I mean, at some point, you got to stop trying to make sense of it. Consistently inconsistent. And they're showing bunt. I just, why don't you just show safe instead of sitting there and staring at the kid? Like, this umpire is ridiculous.
Oh boy.
I mean, he sits there and stared at the first baseman. The first baseman's like, make a call. I'm not throwing the ball back until you make a call, which you're taught to do. He wants to stand there like he's trying to, the kid's trying to show him up. No, your job is to show the sign. This is why people's mamas catch charges in the stands.
Catch me outside. How
Oh,
about
he
that?
got him again. He got
Yeah.
him.
Hey,
Oh,
hey,
he
made
showed the sign that time.
He showed the sign. You must have heard you from up here.
That's all we were asking for. Golly. It's the same umpire that gets escorted out by the police when he's trying to eject other people. Speaking on facts, folks, this is not hyperbole.
See what happened was.
We got some inside scoop.
Yeah.
I'm not going to say from who, but some of y'all may know that are out there listening. I'm just saying this guy needs to just show the sign, safe or out, one or the other. It's not that hard. It is cold to these people too. I'm just saying.
He didn't want to take his hands out of his pockets.
I think that's what it was. And he's like, come on, he's safe.
He just nodded his head and he's safe.
1 ball, 2 strikes. I just got a text message that another 225 kids going to kick footballs somewhere. I gotta read a little more in depth, but it said something about Johnny Bravo's going to the big time. That ball is driven to center field. That's going to get down for a base hit. All right, I got a quick second here. The Polars, after a lot of deep thought and real conversation with my family, decided to continue my academic football career at Crown College, first and foremost. What? I don't know what this is. UMAC? None of it makes sense to me. I think that might be fake, but I don't know. Dude, he don't want to take his hands out of the pocket. He did. He did. Just, oh, my goodness.
Just keep that hand warmer balled up in your fist. Make the call.
Well, now I'm looking. The hands aren't even in the pocket. 1 ball, no strikes. Maybe this is my moment. Everybody has to wait on me now, so I can dictate the tempo of the game. Maybe he's just one of those guys that make the game about him, not about the competitors. There's a chopper. Third baseman cuts it off, gets the lead runner. Don't get the double play, but get the lead runner again for 2 away. So it's 2 down here in the top of the 7th inning. Avery Bergeron's doing what he needs to do to, give his team a chance. Good. I mean, didn't they do the blonde hair dye a little early this year?
I don't know. It looks like.
I thought that said when you make the playoff thing.
It looks like.
Oh, soccer.
He looks like Butthead. Oh man.
No, Beavis.
Oh, is Beavis the one with the blonde hair?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's
I
right.
am the great Conholgo. I need TV for my bunghole.
He got it. Let's see.
Safe at second. All right, they like Charles Barkley. They don't like Beavis and Butthead.
No. They probably don't like your impersonation.
No, Beavis is good. Oh,
That's Butthead.
I know. Hey, Butthead. That one's popped up to right field. Jones comes in to make the catch and end the inning. All right. So Avery Bergeron does his job and hold serve 3 more outs to try to get back into this thing. 4-0 Tigers as Melanson indeed does come out for the bottom of the 7th. Got to tip the cap to both of these pitchers because although under a lot of pressure all night, they've both done a really good job. Both going to scratch out 7 full innings.
I do not remember that. All right, so we're going back to the top of the lineup. Pitch ball.
Well, we're at the very bottom right now.
No, this is a top. He came in for Connor. And yes, I'm looking at the right team. Just in case you were asking. I did that earlier. It's like, no.
The wrong team.
The wrong team. Oh, my bad. Flip it over.
Just shot down the third baseline, just foul. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Keegan Ledet started out the night in right field. And then move to second, goes
They struck him
down,
out looking.
looking. One away, and that gives the Wildcats 2 outs to work with. Now we are back to the top with Avery. Avery's going to need to do something here to help his cause. Strike. Oh, takes ball 1. I don't know what is a ball or strike anymore.
That is.
And I'm not the only one in here, apparently. Okay, that looked like the
At least
exact
he's-
same pitch to me, and it was a strike this time.
At least he's calling it consistently terrible for both teams.
All right, 1 ball, 2 strikes to Keegan Bergeron. And that is a strikeout swinging and finalized by the throw down to first, and that is quickly 2 away from Melanson. And that'll bring up Hunter Jones.
It's the old poker. You need a chip in a chair.
Yeah.
Were you down to your last chip?
Ball outside. Or maybe low, or maybe it was a strike. I don't know. But he didn't motion, so I'm going with a ball. Ball 2.
That was a strike 2 innings ago.
Yeah, the Sylvan, huh?
Yeah.
There's a fly ball to left center. And that'll be the ball game. Well, you know, it's kind of started out a little tough, and that killed the Wildcats in this game. But
definitely shout out to Avery. He did a great job, even though he gave up those runs in the first 2 innings. He came back, he fought, he was a competitor, and didn't allow any other runs for the rest of the game.
Yep.
So, and his defense played. They played well, as you know. So, hats off to Breaux Bridge for picking up the win here.
Yep, and for us, special thanks to our sponsors, Peanuts Transports and B&P Construction, for their support, allowing us to get out here and do these games. Thank you to Livonia for inviting us back out to kick this off, and we hope to get back out here again before the end of the season. So for me, Stu Puffer,